number one, they have to confess. They have to admit and acknowledge that they did a wrong. They must seek forgiveness. And they must fully account for it. Now, maybe even without getting justice, after they have done all of that, you can forgive. But Raila has not acknowledged that he betrayed me and betrayed the other Kenyans. He has not confessed to that. He has not sought forgiveness. And there has been no justice or accountability for the betrayal. Therefore, there is no need for forgiveness. If you forgive without those steps being taken, that's not forgiveness. That's surrender, which is exactly what Raila did. And you can tell where it got us. You see, Raila surrendered without demanding accountability for Msando and other people's deaths in the hand of Uhuru Kenyatta. Raila surrendered without asking for electoral justice, without asking for the IEBC servers to be opened, without asking for the reform or transformation or overhauling of the IEBC. The same people that stole elections at the IEBC are still in power. In fact, more powerful than they were in 2017. Chiloba, Chebukati, the guy who just got appointed CEO, they were all in IEBC. How are you going to have electoral justice? None of the people that stole elections, including the ones confessing now, you know, Sabina Chege, Moses Kuria, they're all confessing. None of them has been apprehended, prosecuted, convicted, and sentenced.
Do you believe what they're saying?
Dr.
Miguna, do you believe what they're saying?
I believe it because it happened. I know elections were stolen. I mean, everybody knows Uhuru did not win elections. You have to have lived in mass to believe that Uhuru got 78% of Kenyan voters. Where were the voters? You saw what Alice Wahome did to the returning officer in Murang'a. Literally assaulted the man. Has she been charged? So the thing is, and they were doing it for Uhuru Kenyatta. We know that Musando did not commit suicide. Musando was abducted. He did not abduct himself. And where was his body dumped? In Kiambu. Why did we forget so fast? What was Musando's crime? He wanted to put an electronic system that was going to prevent electoral theft. So he wanted to prevent rigging. So the only person who could have killed him was the person who rigged the elections because he wanted to get Musando out of the way so that he could rig elections. It's common sense. So why are we behaving as if we lost our memory that Uhuru stole elections and abused the judiciary, called them wakora, and sent people to shoot at the Deputy Chief Justice's car, Justice Muilu, and frightened the Supreme Court until they could not preside. There was no quorum for purposes of presiding over very important cases. All these things did not happen. We forgot about them. How stupid can we be? That is what Raila Odinga wants us to accept, that all these things did not happen. How can we prove, how can we forget this? How can we say that this election, like Raila is saying in Britain, will be free and fair, and there is nothing institutional, nothing structural, nothing has happened to change what happened in 2017? Why?
These are very,
what world are we living in?
These are very particular questions, Dr. you ask, but come August 9, I know you are not a prophet, that is not anywhere in your description, but let's assume that it is Raila Odinga who has won. I mean, what happens? Because you already said William Ruto will beat him more than Aburukenge could be beaten. But what happens?
I cannot say Raila will not win. So I think the question should be, let's assume that they announce Raila Odinga as the winner, even though he has not won. Kenya will break down in civil war.
Why?
Because people will not accept it.
Why would they accept it? Why would they accept it?
Listen, Eugene.
Yes.
In 2007, Kibaki lost elections. He swore himself in at night, and there was civil war, isn't it?
I mean,
no, were you in Kenya?
I was following closely. I was not in Kenya.
No, were you in Kenya, Mr.
No, I was not, but I was following closely.
Yeah, so you were not in Kenya, I was in Kenya. There was civil war, okay? There was civil war in Kenya. Now, in 2017, Uhuru Kenyatta stole elections. And what happened? There was no peace. Now, it is going to be worse in 2022, August, because Uhuru exposed himself so badly.
So you want to say Raila Odinga cannot win fairly? That's what you're saying?
He can never. He cannot win fairly at all. He will not even get 49%. Raila cannot get 40% fairly. He cannot. And this is because other than Luo Nyanza, there is nowhere else where Raila has votes. He has a few votes in Nairobi, but that's it. Raila will not get votes, significant votes in Western. Raila will not get significant votes in Coast. Raila will not get significant votes from the Rift Valley. Raila will not get significant votes in Central. Raila will not get significant votes in Eastern. Where is he going to get the votes to win?
He has now people who never supported him now are backing him. They have endorsed him. Meru.
My friend, who are they? The billionaires? Have you seen them in the campaign trail? How many meetings have they called? How many people have attended? How many public rallies has Uhuru called and people come to? Uhuru cannot hold any public rally in Central Province. He can't. He can only hold rallies at Sagana and at State House. How many people can go to Sagana and State House? Maximum 5,000. Can you win with 5,000? And majority of people who go there will not vote for Raila Odinga. I mean, Uhuru's cabinet will not vote for Raila Odinga. The Jubilee members of parliament will not vote for Raila Odinga. Because if they do, they will not win their seats back home. Even right now, they cannot join ODM.
Yeah, but Dr. I don't want us to go away from what you just said, because I wanted to substantiate that. You said there'll be civil war if Raila Odinga was to win. And I would probably expect that you'd say whoever wins concede defeat, and if it has been lost, then there are procedures to be followed to be able to ascertain.
No. If elections are rigged, nobody should concede defeat. Nobody should concede a stolen election. Elections must only be conceded if it is free, it is fair, it is credible, and the right person who won is announced as the winner.
And that can be done without a civil war, no?
No, but I'm saying Raila can only win if he's imposed. If elections are free, elections are fair, elections are credible, Raila will not get 40%. Take that to the bank. My friend, you will be interviewing me in August after Raila has lost, and you will laud me as a prophet.
So, Dr. I'm told we have run out of time, and I want us to be able to roll the curtains to this conversation right about now. Calvin Kodalo says he's out of his mind on the numbers, though. These, I think, he's talking